Okay friends, welcome back. This is part of our 25 days of Craftmas, and today we are doing a very easy project, and I'm really excited about it because I think that it ends up being a really professional look, but when all is said and done, this is a very hands-off project. So I'm excited to show you because I also have a new toy that I love playing with, and that is the WeCreat 40-watt laser, and with it, we are going to make Christmas gift tags. So without further ado, let's hop over to the computer and I'll show you how we set up the file in WeCreat Make It. The Wicked movie came out this week, and you know what's stuck in my head is, did they have brains or not? Don't make me laugh. They were popular. Right. Okay, anyway, this is WeCreat Make It, and one thing that I really love about the software that WeCreat provides with their products is it's really intuitive. It's really user-friendly. So far, knock on wood, it's really easy to use. So we're gonna use it today to make our little gift tags, and we're actually gonna make 3 different kinds of gift tags, but all in one fell swoop. And we're gonna cut them all just from one big sheet of wood that I already have in the WeCreat, and you're gonna see that in just a second. So we're using a 3mm thick sheet of wood today. Wait, maybe it's 5mm thick. I'll double check that before we cut. But you can see that I've got my designs already thrown in here. But if I wanted to import a design, I would literally just hit File, Import, and bring in my SVG file just like I would in any other program. I got all 3 of these files from Design Bundles. If you have a Plus membership, you can get these included in your Plus membership. Otherwise, you can just purchase them outright. There is this file. Actually, let's change some colors here so you can really see what we're looking at here. I'm gonna change these to like light pink so you can really get some contrast. Just so you can see, the wood is so dark in there, it's hard to see the colors here. Our first file is this little North Pole special delivery. I think it is so cute. I like it because I think it's really unique, and also we're gonna add a name right here in this little squiggle spot. And then what you do is just like the night before Christmas, you come in and you like check off nice or naughty, and then you check in how Santa Claus got into your house, which I think is so cute and special for kids to see their presents have like a little gift tag that tells them how Santa left their gift. So sweet. Love that one. This one I love because it's just very modern and like cool when it's cut out of wood. I love how it looks, and then it has a spot down here for the name. And then this last one that we're gonna do is a 2-piecer. It has this backing that's gonna have these thin little score lines, and then it has this overlay of like the outline of the ornament that creates like a 3-dimensional look. And we're gonna add a name to that as well, that I'll show you in just a second. To add a name in WeCreat, we're just gonna go to text. When we click anywhere, we're gonna get like a big old text box, and we're just gonna start typing. I'm gonna type Henry first here. And then when I click on it, you can see I can like change the size, but it's just gonna free transform so you can get it all scrunched up, and that's really not what we wanna do. So before we start transforming anything, we're just gonna lock the proportions right here and then start shrinking it down, and you're gonna get a much better effect, and you can drop it into your little spot. You can use your arrow keys to get like a little bit more precise there. And then you can also change the font right here. So I'm gonna go to my cursive fonts. I'm also gonna go look at recently used because I really like using this Mama font. And I want it to be fill engraved. The difference between line engrave and fill engrave is gonna fill in the letters, and line engrave just does the outline. So we want to fill engrave, and we also want to weld it all together. So we're gonna do that. Once again, we are going to lock those proportions and then shrink it down to size. So let's put that in its spot right here. That looks good. Okay, so let's make that match everything else. Let's add another text box, and this time we're gonna do my sister's name. We're gonna grab a different font from our recently used here. Still gonna weld our letters together, lock the proportions. And then for our last name, we're actually gonna cut this one out. So this is gonna be cut out of the wood entirely. So we are going to do that same font we did before, but we're gonna cut it and weld those cuts so that we're not having each letter individually cut, but rather it cuts it as one cohesive piece, which is gonna make it much better. I'm gonna make it smaller though, because we want it to fit inside our ornament here. So I'm just gonna kind of drop it inside there to test that it's gonna fit. And we could even have it cut it inside there to make sure that it's going to fit, which would save space. days. So we're gonna do it like that. And now that we've done that, we're gonna go make sure all of our cut lines are appropriate, and then we're gonna set our material. So I'm coming around and looking at these lines. This outer line here should be a cut line, so I'm going to click on it and set it to cut. This should also be a cut line. This little circle in the middle should also be a cut line. This should be a cut line. These should be line engraves. That's great. This should be a cut line. This is a cut line for sure because we just set it to be that. And then we have fill engraves all through here, which that looks great. All that looks great. And then we need to set our material, which we do right here, to be wood. And we actually are using a walnut plywood today, and we're gonna do 5 millimeters. And then we're just gonna go back and double check that this is right. We're gonna set our fill engrave power to be 75 and our speed to be 158 was fine for that. These should be grouped together. So I'm gonna grab all those all at once here. 75 for all those lines. Same thing here, just increasing the power and the speed. The way I'm picking this speed and the power is by using the reference that WeCreat provides. This is one of my favorite things that they do as part of their software. It's just a small touch, but it makes a huge difference. You can see that whenever I click on a material, it's gonna show me this little guide down here where whatever power and speed I pick, it's gonna show me what that engraving is gonna actually look like. So at 75% power and about 150 speed, that's what an engraving is going to look like. And that's exactly what I want. So that's what I'm basing it off of when I pick my speed and power. So I love that. It kind of takes the guesswork out of that process, which was always like the hardest part for me. So that's what we're doing. And that's exactly what I want this to look like. So I think we are pretty much done here. So now all I need to do is set my focus. When we set our focus, the WeCreat actually raises and lowers itself to set the camera to make sure it's got its laser at the right height. If you have your rotary chuck installed, you do have to remove it before you do this. Otherwise, you will break your whole machine. So make sure you do that. But now we're ready to hit start, and it's gonna take about 27 minutes to cut the whole thing. Looks like everything is in focus now, which is just about perfect. So we're gonna send to the printer, and then we're gonna go hit start. All right, let's get it out of here. Let's see how she did, huh? I'm always afraid I'm gonna drop something between the cracks, betwixt the cracks. Oh, whoops. Okay, once again. This is the second time I've tried to cut that little name part, and it's just too thin. I really need to work on that, but that's okay. We don't absolutely have to do the name. If I wanna go back and add the name, I could do it in vinyl later. So I realized something after I started cutting this that's really important, and I don't fully understand it. So honestly, I need to look into it. And if anybody knows the answer to this, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'm pretty sure the color you select on the color palette will affect the color of the actual engraving, which is like mind-blowing to me. But because we selected that light pink, it did like an inverted, like pale engraving, which I think is really cool. So this is what it ended up looking like, but I love how these little engraved gift tags look. And then we do have to assemble our little ornament. Our little Hallie one just absolutely crumbled to bits. So sad. It's because the little name was just too thin. So what I'm gonna need to do is probably add it in vinyl later, which is like totally fine. That's not gonna be hard. So I'm just gonna assemble the actual ornament, and then later I'll come back and I'll add either in Sharpie or in vinyl or paint or something the name to this gift tag, whatever name I end up putting on it. These are really fun, and again, I just think they're so hands-off, but they end up having this really like professional high-end look. Gosh, I can never cap this glue. They end up with a really high-end look, and they look really pro for something that takes almost no hands-on time. So I hope you absolutely love this project. Again, this is part of our 25 days of Craftmas. Make sure you're following me everywhere on social media because I'm doing a project every single day to inspire you this Christmas season to create more and to inspire your creative side. We're doing projects on the Cricut, projects that are laser cut projects that you can do on your WeCreat or on your Glowforge. We're doing projects that that don't require a cutting machine at all. We're doing wild card projects. We're doing so many things over there on social media. I'm also giving away one SVG file every week leading up to Christmas. It is a fun time everywhere on social media right now, so make sure you're following along. And of course, make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube so you don't miss a thing. With that being said, friends, Merry Christmas, happy crafting. Even if you're watching this after the fact, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I still hope you're following me, and definitely reach out. Let me know what you thought of this video. Leave me a comment. I think that's everything. Happy crafting. Merry Christmas. Have a great week.